Um, okay, forgot to put the microphone down. Test, test. All right. So I just added pillars to the game. If I run it, they are just like the trees, but they don't sway in the wind, and they have a bigger trunk. Let me show you. Where's a good spot? Maybe right here. Yeah, that's what they look like, and I would like to place them all over the new region so that it has a distinct feature to it, but I'm not quite sure how. So I'll just try it out. Okay, let's start from the top. And I mean, the temple sites are pretty busy already, but I may be able to put some down there. Let's try let's try placing it on the temple walls. See how that looks. Well, maybe not the most effective. Certainly not bad. Yeah, I actually like that because it adds air to the temples, so they are not just flat slabs. Maybe a more symmetrical placement would be better. It's just a temple on either side of a door, for example. Yeah, symmetric is a very good idea. Hey, Squint, by the way. Okay, so I have the variable height. Maybe I have to remove that because one pillar is now taller than the other. Yeah, they should probably look good though. Yeah, I think they're fine. I'm not sure about the color yet, but everything is gray. That is stone, so they should probably be gray and not a sand color, unless I change the whole stone color for the second region, which I still could do. But yeah, let's keep it gray because yeah, that's how it is in the first region. It could be confusing. I don't know. Could have two pillars, intact pillars with a higher constant height, and crumbling pillars with that have a shorter varied height. That would be pretty cool. But let's try making it with one pillar first. So I could raise one of these. Let's make them constant height. First of all, because I mean trees are organic, so that makes sense that they have different heights, but pillars not necessarily. So let's look at this. Remove it from the variable height. And I could still raise the ground of a pillar to make it different height if I really need to. So I think they work. Okay, let's try this. Let's first of all remove the trees so that I have space. And it looks like I already placed some pillars here. So yeah, as you said, they should have some kind of symmetry. Maybe like this. And oh, come on, okay. Could you please let me pass there? Okay, that's not working. Let me turn off the collapsing the path. Yeah, let's just delete this. The problem with the two types of pillars is that I have two entities that I have to keep in mind, and yeah, that's probably just too much to remember. Where is here? Okay, there's a pillar, and there was the other one. Let's try this again. Okay. I mean, this works quite well. And I'm sure there are plenty of variations I could do. I could even replace some of these walls with just pillars. If I do something like this, maybe. I mean, that's a bit much, but just to... Well, this is actually pretty fun. And this could be the most effective use. Just a grid of them. Yeah, I could just use them as grids. For now, at least. And then... Yeah, this is pretty cool. So this is actually gameplay value. This is not just decorative, which is pretty awesome. And I don't have, I cannot get that with the with the walls here, with the terrain walls, because they don't really work well in just one tile that's elevated. So this is pretty cool. Let's put a couple of these in the world. Nice addition. Yeah. Yeah, pretty happy that we found this arrangement right here, because up until 5 minutes ago they were just decorative, but this is pretty cool. Okay. So where do I place them? They do need an open space. So first of all, let's not save this. And remove the stray pillars. Okay. And I need the bounds. So I could bulldoze this wall. Actually, let's start from the top. Let's start from here. Okay, this is all pretty cramped already. So let's not place them at temples, because I think that would just take too much time and I would have to change too many things that are in kind of a balance right now. So let's look for spaces between the temples. Yeah, well, open spaces are pretty rare, but here could be one. If I bulldoze this, then that's a nice space. Let's drop this. And let's see. I need one space in between, maybe one further down. Something like that. Hey McNilly, how's it going? I'm adding fields of pillars to the game. But that might actually be a bit much. Don't think I need that many. Okay. And let's see how that interacts with obstacles. So those are soft obstacles. Wait, can you soft lock yourself in this? Don't think so, but well, if only I were a mathematician. Okay, you can still destroy the boulders, so yeah, you can't soft lock yourself. Okay, let's put some monsters in here. Well, maybe they should have a chest somewhere. Or at least some kind of loot to make it a bit more interesting. But yeah, that's pretty much all the space I have for these. Not sure if that's interesting enough. But I mean, I think it's better than before, definitely. So okay, that's zombies not moving. Well, I actually like this. So it's not mind-blowing, but it's something different. That's pretty cool. And yeah, with the added loot, that should be fine. Okay, let's try another location. Um. I'm eyeing this, but yeah, I'd have to extend it. Let's see, so maybe one there. Okay, this could get interesting with the crabs. I could add rocks in place of some of the pillars to continue the grid pattern but make it look like some have collapsed. Oh, that's a cool idea. That's a cool idea. Okay, let's move this crab. I was thinking about adding painting the floor, but that's actually a better solution. Okay, let's block this off maybe. But let's keep this doable. Okay, so I destroyed the spawn point here. Yeah, I can't place a pillar right there. Scattering in the boulders looks like rubble. Yeah, it looks like something collapsed. That's pretty cool. Okay, this is not that interesting. Let's add an urn right there. Okay, this is a well, that's also not working. So if I place a boulder here, then you're locked from coming from this side. Same over here. Okay, this is actually a bit tricky. Yeah, let's open this up again. Okay. That's not good. Maybe something like this. So let's try. Okay, still too easy. Actually a bit like the puzzle rooms. Okay, yeah, that's doable. Let's come from this side. Then I have to go around. Get removed. Get removed the urn. Don't think chests are removed. Okay, let's try from this side. And can go, yeah, past here. Okay, could be better, but also still brings a bit of variety, so that's cool. Let's put one in each of the cyan rectangles. That's this one. At most. At most. Okay, that's not that easy. I could put down one here. Oh, great. Yeah. Actually, let's move this up again, up as well. Pillar. Something like that, and then destroy some of them. Okay, that's a dead end. So let's open up here. And yeah, maybe it's enough as if I just make a path that snakes through it. That might be a better puzzle. So you come up here and then probably out there. So I'd have to block this off and remove this pillar. Something like that. And the chest, but I also, yeah, this marker is broken now, so I'll have to find a place to put it. Probably just raise this some more, and then I can remove that one and put the chest here. Okay, let's see. So I can't exit anywhere here, but I have the chest, and then I'm out here. So I think that's good enough. Next rectangle. Okay, there's a ruin, but that might also be too noisy already, so let's try here. Maybe. Pretty packed. But yeah, that's the only reasonable place. Let's just try. Okay, leaving this spawn marker, and I can't put that there. There's not much puzzling to do here. But maybe that's okay. Okay, let's plop down chest right there. Maybe a boulder somewhere, but that could be tricky. Seems to be a lot more reviews on the game, which is cool. Since when? Since yesterday? So it there were 17 last I looked. Yeah, 17. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Since when I first bought the game, yeah, people have been reviewing the game, and they all seem to like it, which is awesome. Okay, let's see. I mean, it's just a bit of a complication, but it's, I mean, the alternative is this, which is just open path. So yeah, still pretty cool. Okay, next one. Yeah, I have one up there. Maybe here. Yeah. Okay. I think it was the first or second review, and found it through the discovery queue. There could well be that you were first or second. Yeah, and that was a huge help. For the game to have its first review, and then actually the first 5 reviews, or 3 or 4 reviews, came pretty fast, which was a huge help. for the game not to get buried. So yeah, thank you for stepping in so early. Can't place it here. Where the rocks, there they are. Is this enough? Probably. Okay, that's not working. That's also not working. Okay, let's just leave it at that. Put in a chest right there. All right. There's nothing there. Here. I could put down some right here. But maybe actually over there. So let's raise this. Put down some pillars. Okay, then destroy some of them. That's cool. I was also just happy that so many people got it and weren't too estranged by the style, which I like a lot. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there are many nerds out there, so I wasn't too afraid of that. But yeah, it's still a hurdle, of course, when you first see the game, but that's okay. Okay, one chest. Right there. Okay. I don't think I need... Wow, this is a nice spot. Okay, let's... Well... Has a spawn marker. Yeah, let's try this rectangle. Hey Ethan, how's it going? Nice to see you. I'm plopping down pillars to add some interest to areas. But it's pretty cramped. But well, maybe down here. Yeah, that's a good spot. And yeah, this is a larger area, so I can add a few more. And then remove some. Shouldn't the, if I have this arrangement, shouldn't the pillars on the outside be the ones that erode more over time and collapse? But that doesn't show. Yeah, that's those are just stones. So yeah, has to be in the middle. Okay. Let's put some soft obstacles. And the chest. So there's a boundary running through this, but it should be fine. There's nothing wrong about that. Just means that the ruins will be cut in half. That's okay. How are you doing? I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. Yeah, I have a couple of things on my to-do list for the update tomorrow, but they're all doable, so I'm actually not stressed. I think I'm getting into a routine with the updates, so that's pretty cool. Maybe another tree. Still hot over there. We got heatwave part 2. Oh no. It's not too hot here. It's warm, but it's not hot. Uh-oh. So we'll get part 2 in a few days probably. 31 tomorrow. All right. I think the heatwave has missed you. Oh, okay. Is it not coming from the Atlantic? Or is it just the northern parts, Europe? Yeah, but I mean, actually, I don't mind another heat wave if it's not too brutal. Okay, that should work. So I've left this out. Well, I don't want to overdo it with the pillars. But I think it's fine if I put some down here. Actually, oh yeah, that's great. Messed up the spawn point here, and this spawn point is completely broken. That's better. I can't wait for snow and ice and minus temperatures. My favorite weather, especially since it's hockey season around that time too. Yeah, just give me another couple of weeks of summer, please. I think we could come to some sort of arrangement. Okay, I'm completely, yeah, that's not working. Put that here. And that's a weird placement, but that's fine. Okay, and then a chest right here maybe. And then that's good. All right, next one. Okay, there's a bit more space here. It's cool. Yeah, let's put them right here. Otherwise, this area may be a bit boring. Okay. Good, chest goes right here. And that should be traversable. All right. Actually, right here. Okay, let's put the spawn marker right there and add some bushes or grass and the chest. Good. What's the numbers like today? I think I sold 2 copies or 1 copy. It's 295. I think that's 2 from yesterday. And wishlist went up by 20, around 20. So pretty normal weekday. And the discount ends in a couple of hours, and I have to remember to take down all the 20% labels on the YouTube videos. But yeah, so the Steam summer sale was pretty cool. Yeah, I'm not sure how the game how the game will carry itself without the discount in the next couple of weeks, but we'll see. Okay, that's good. Let's move over here. Okay, here there are large open spaces here. That's cool. So let's make this one stretch to elevation levels. Okay, let's move this one there. Okay, that may be a bit much, but oh, nice. Income is still steady, hopefully. Yeah, I mean it's always been kind of erratic, but it evens out in the end. So yeah, so the game still earns enough for me to live off it. Ever thought of selling on GOG too? Actually, no. Haven't thought about that. Not sure. Is that a good idea? I mean, I know GOG is DRM free, or at least that's where I saved it under in my brain. But yeah, it could make sense to put the game on there. Okay, a chest. Where do I put the chest? Maybe should be here somewhere. Let's put it there. Itch could be another consideration. Depends, or itch, like Squint said. Itch you can set up in a day too. Isn't itch more like for smaller projects? Actually never used itch.io. Okay. Good. Where do I put the pillars here? I mean, I would like to put them here actually. To make this area a bit more interesting. Yeah, maybe just a couple. That's okay. Not exclusively. Definitely has smaller projects on there too, but a lot of people sell on both. Be right back, meeting. All right, Ethan. I searched by top sellers, and the top 3 were $5, $15, and $20. Okay. I'd have to look into that, but I'm not quite sure how that would work, because I think I gave Steam a guarantee that I sell at the same price point as anywhere else. So I would have to synchronize the discounts, probably, maybe, which sounds like a pain. Okay, what am I doing? Don't want this here. But other than that, I mean, the game works on any platform, on any store, of course. That's what I meant to say. So there's nothing on the technical side that would prevent me from doing that. But yeah, actually diversifying is a good idea, probably. But I'm not sure if it's the right time, especially since the game is still in early access, and Steam has a pretty good way of making that clear to people. I'm not sure if the other platforms have a similar label that tells people, hey, this is not done. You could leave the game up at full price, no harm. That's one solution. Have you varied price by region on Steam? From what I've seen on itch, there's a similar label, but I don't know if it's as apparent. Okay. Have I varied price by region? I have varied prices by currency, of course. But that's just the typical Steam stuff. So I haven't done anything but the standard Steam pricing worldwide. Okay, where was I? Did I? I don't think I placed something here. I kind of did. Okay, let's just continue the pillars over here. And I don't think I put a chest right here, so let's put one there. Okay, now this rectangle. Okay. Not sure actually. Yeah, let's not put one there. But here's space. Probably That's not easy. So I have the ruins here. I think they should stay as is. So that I maximize what I get out of the pillars. But yeah, let's put the pillars down here. Go there like that. Good. I think it's worth looking into. I'd heard that you can miss out on a lot of sales in some highly populated South American countries, for example. Piracy is much more common in lots of places if games are kept at EU-US prices. So there's a Steam converts the price not only with the US exchange rate, but also with buying power in the countries. So someone in Kazakhstan might pay only $5 for the game. Yeah, that's all taken care of. That happens. So you can set every single country price automatically, manually, but there's the option for it to be computed with a lot of metrics. So it's not just GDP or something like that, but I have no idea how Steam does it. I don't think they tell you either, but I just trust them, because who would know better than Steam? Okay, I think I need a chest somewhere. Maybe there. Alright. This looks pretty good. Pretty good place, but that's actually a different rectangle. Yeah, so let's try him. Yeah. Okay. Let's destroy some of them. They've got lots of user data, obviously, yeah. They've been doing this for a long time. I actually remember buying Half-Life 2 back in the day and having to install Steam and having to have an internet connection that was so weird. And yeah, crazy how they got that to stick. But yeah, everybody did it because everybody wanted to play Half-Life 2. So does this work? No, it doesn't. Yeah, I'll have to make a path test because I'm pretty sure I screwed up a few things. Chest right here, and then let's move over. This is, yeah, that's still second region. Probably here. Yeah. Okay, that needs to move. Let's bring this one down. Okay, chest right here. And that's done. Didn't play Half-Life 2 until it came out on the Orange Box on PS3. With Portal, yeah. Also an amazing game. Pillars. Okay. I'm not quite happy with this. I think I need to break this up a bit more. And yeah, that's better. Yeah, I played Portal more to BH. Half-Life was too intense for me at the time. Portal 2 blew my mind as a kid. Yeah, Portal 2 is amazing. It's actually crazy how good it is. Yeah, but Half-Life 2 can be intense. Yeah, I still shudder if I think about the poisoned head crabs. I think they are the scariest enemy in any game ever. just the sound design and what they do when they hit you is crazy. Portal 2 was the first game with decent graphics I could play on PC. It's so well optimized. Yeah. The Source engine was amazing. Body horror. It's just the sound of them, and that they jump you in the face. It's something different. And then if they hit you, they reduce your health to 1. And then it slowly ticks up again. That's just crazy. Absolutely awesome. Okay, I think I decided to make these plateaus have pillars all over them, because they were a bit boring before. That's okay. Maybe a couple more over there. Yeah, it's actually enough. Okay. Blocked this one. That's better now. And yeah, those are fine. Good. Now let's move down. Almost done. This is they're so hard to shoot. Pure panic. Yeah. they have so much health. It's crazy. Maybe okay, let's put the pillars down here. Okay. And I could put some more here, or here. Or here. Let's leave this as is. And yeah, put down some pillars here. Okay. Don't think that needs a chest. Okay. This patch. There's a robot camp, so don't need pillars there. It could need some here. That's actually... Wait, did I drop down too far? Probably. Okay, let's fill this with pillars. You were talking a couple of days back about leaving out features that complicate the code base too much. And are there any features like that that didn't make the cut for this game? Would you consider adding anything like that closer to after 1.0, given you wouldn't have to deal with the added complexity after full release? The thing is, I would have to deal with the complexity after full release because I have to maintain the game, and also after early access, I'll still expand the game, so it won't be done. Hey Andre, how's it going? How you doing? Hope you're well. So there are, let me think. There aren't too many features that I wanted to do, but I didn't because they were too complicated. I'm steering the game in a direction where that doesn't occur too often. But let me think. Actually, most of them are just nice to have. There's nothing that I must have that I'm not implementing because it would be too complicated. But for example, the enemy behaviors are insanely simple, but they're good enough. So enemies don't have a planning system, they don't have behavior trees, they have none of that. They just every turn they look at what's around them and then decide what to do in the moment. And that works just as well for now, at least. Too much work in the last few days. Haven't watched many streams. Refreshing to see a simple setup again. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, my setup hasn't changed. But actually, I thought about adding something. But what was it? Something in the pipeline? Can't remember actually. Yeah, this could need some pillars. Really trying to remember what part. It's more quality of life stuff for development. So the last thing I added to to my build system is just a shell script that calls make and make clean for all platforms. That's the latest edition. So that I don't have to type it in manually. But that's about it. Okay, any more places? What looks especially boring? Well, not too many places actually. So let's leave that. Okay, here, that looks pretty boring. And I never realized until today that you're using your controller to build the levels. Yeah. I decided early on that I want making levels to be fun, or working on the world to be fun. So I figured, why not use the controller for everything? So that I can, that was the plan, that I can lay in bed with the laptop in my on my chest and edit the world that way, which I have yet to do. I always sit here on the computer. But I actually tested the editor on my old ThinkPad, and it runs completely fine at 60 FPS, so it could do that. But yeah. Hey, Zanovsky, how are you doing? How are you doing? Okay. I'm on a ThinkPad. It's a X390 Yoga, best computer I've ever had. Yeah, I have a X270 standard issue ThinkPad. They're pretty good. Yeah, nothing to complain about them. But yeah, actually, well, the newer MacBooks are pretty shitty. Well, they've gotten better again, but yeah, longevity of Apple Macs is still unmatched, I think. I'm a huge fan of the roguelike genre. You got my attention. Nice to see you. Welcome in. Great screen visually, plus it's touchscreen, has a stylus, folds back in tablet, runs well, costs 200 euros. Remember my good old T510 and T420? Yeah. I actually almost bought a T4 series laptop, but they were a bit too bulky in the end, I think. But yeah, I paid 150 bucks for my laptop 2 years ago, I think. So yeah, for that price, it's actually pretty amazing. Okay, where do I put down the pillars? Why does this look not thinned out at all? Okay. That's better. Where are we? I think here. Yeah. Let's put pillars down this way. Okay. And I'm on MacBook Pro, company's property though. You're watching Rangedrifter on company hardware. Not tracking you. I mean, there's no harm watching a few streams on your work MacBook. Probably. Okay, I mean, this is a bit weird, but it should work. Let's put a chest down here. And then I should have more pillars down there. Okay. There are a couple of places where I could put down the pillars. Okay, yeah. Watching Twitch is kind of part of my job, okay? You'll have to elaborate. Twitch employee in chat. Hello, dear Twitch employee. I want to watch Twitch for a job. Sounds pretty cool. Well, actually, yeah, I'd rather make the game, actually. Okay. Let's break some of these down. Okay. Place the chests. Yeah. That's halfway done, this rectangle. But I'm not sure. I think I want some down here. So let's do that. I can't do that. Okay, can place one there. Yeah, why not? Yeah, that's okay. Good, and then the chest. Not Twitch, just JetBrains. We occasionally try to support devs in this place. Oh, that's cool. For open source projects. That's pretty awesome. Oh god, this is a mess, but it's fine. Okay, let's place the last couple of ones. Have you tried Sea Lion? Wait. I always get them confused, but Sea Lion is it the IDE? JetBeans C IDE or compiler? I've heard of it. Definitely. Or is it? Does it have a static analyzer? Because that might be the context in which I've heard it. IDE for CCP. Okay. I've never tried Sea Lion. I'm trying to think what IDEs I actually tried. Oh yeah, I mean, all I did was fail with Visual Studio. And I fought quite a lot with Xcode, and that's basically it. And then I've been using VI and nothing else for quite a long time. So yeah, no IDEs for me. Okay, is that enough? Don't think so. So yeah, so the only reason I would use an IDE would be for profiling or a static analyzer, but not for development itself. But yeah, profiling is a problem, and static analysis is also one. And yeah, and I haven't run Valgrind in quite a long time, which I should actually do. Supports GDB nicely as well. I mean, GDB, I just run GDB in the command line, so I don't need an IDE for that. But yeah, that's cool that it supports it. Actually, I think I'm on GDB, or I'm on LLDB. Let me actually look. Can't remember these days. I am... Oh god. Run. Yeah, GDB. You can set breakpoints super easily with GDB from the command line. Just type B and then file name and colon line, and then you have a breakpoint. No 20 seconds wait time for an IDE to boot up, so that's how I do it. Do I need... Have I placed something here? Barely. I think that one's good. Oh god. I mean, how many... Okay, that's the second last row. Wait, is it? Yeah. Okay, let's put some pillars down there. I lost the crab. Okay. Chests. And then let's leave this. I don't want this to become a jungle of stone pillars. And well, I actually have that. So I'm actually on the last. Well, no, now I'm on the second to last row. Okay, let's leave that be. I could use pillars here. Okay, I didn't actually think that this would take alt stream. Place these pillars, but I also think they are much needed addition. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, why not here as well? I had another idea on how to. So the thing is, with version I think 0.30, I included all the dungeons in the path, which is pretty awesome. Because you'll visit a more diverse world in each run, but the downside is that those dungeons are now no longer optional. You'll always go through them, or you won't visit them at all in a given run, which takes away some of the decision making. I mean, some is an understatement. But I have. So the idea is not new. It plays in with the holes that you fall into and have to fall into a small dungeon and have to crawl out of. But a cooler version of this would be having staircases that are pretty conspicuous, so you could see them from the overworld, and if you solve some kind of a puzzle, it could just be moving a boulder out of the way, or it could be finding a loose wall. Then you get access to this staircase and go down into it, and then either you get into a room. So that what is in the room is I've not decided, but it's probably loot. Could be NPCs, could be all kinds of stuff, but it's optional content that you can go out of your way of to improve your chances. And there are two ways to do them. First one is, of course, static in the world. But because they are staircases, which means they lead straight down, you don't have the lateral movement attached to them. So I can very easily make them exchangeable or interchangeable, so that on one run at this particular location with this particular staircase, you'd land in this room, and on a different run you'd land in a completely different room. What that means for me is that I can just create 10 rooms instead of 100 to implement this, at least in the beginning. And then yeah, give the player something to go out of the way of, something optional they can do on the way. This could, I mean, it's not fleshed out, the idea, but it could be one thing the player has agency over. So yeah, I'm thinking about that, and yeah, but that probably won't happen until tomorrow. That'll be next week then. Okay guys, I'm going offline. I'll finish this, finish the rest of this. Then I need to add some more secrets to the dungeons, and yeah, then everything's set for tomorrow. The update tomorrow. Alright guys, thanks for showing up, really appreciate it. And I won't stream tomorrow because I'll be doing the update, but I will stream on Saturday. Yeah. Thank you, Zanowski, for stopping by. Thanks to the other guys as well, Squint, Ethan, Andre, Manili, and thanks for the support. And yeah, I'll see you guys on Saturday. Bye guys.